All right, what is up, guys? Today we have a very simple video. It's been a very interesting last couple of days for the Houston Rockets. As we all know, Russell Westbrook got traded for John Wall in a first-round draft pick. James Harden missed out on the first Houston Rockets practice today, then put on his Instagram story an emoji of the so many videos have been recorded and I still don't know how to explain this emoji. It's the one where your teeth are like, basically you're like, oh shit, like, you're getting kind of nervous. I'll put it on the screen here. But it's been a pretty intense last couple of days for the Houston Rockets organization, for the Houston Rockets fans. Before I get into this video, if you enjoy, please like and subscribe. We just hit 400 subscribers, so thank you guys so much. It's only been a couple of weeks, so I really appreciate it. But today's purpose of the video, it's just kind of out for all the Houston Rockets fans. Essentially just, don't trip, don't stress out. Whatever happens, happens. And, I would say I was one of those affected by the Russell Westbrook trade as far as like, I really wanted Russell Westbrook. I think all of us wanted Russell Westbrook and James Harden to work out. It was a very interesting idea. You put the two guys with the highest usage in the NBA together, and it just didn't work out. And I was one of those few people who wanted it to I wanted them to at least go into this season with an attempt to make it work. Whether that was the Houston Rockets or Russell Westbrook or James Harden, I just wanted to see Russell Westbrook and James Harden kind of play together again. We all witnessed last year's playoffs. We had a very fun first round, and then unfortunately, we weren't able to get it done. I mean, that first win against the LA Lakers, that was very big. It was just very interesting. There was a lot of promise, a lot of potential, and then things kind of just hit the fan. And one thing, I'm not a huge fan of Russell Westbrook being the scapegoat for the playoff performance. Anytime you play the Los Angeles Lakers, things aren't going to go according to plan. And although you could argue Russell Westbrook's statistics in the playoffs were not as good, I mean, you could say the same thing about a lot of players, particularly James Harden in past playoff performances. So I was one of those guys who kind of wanted them to keep it going. I wanted to see how it would work. I was very, very intrigued with the Christian Wood signing, and then I was very, very ecstatic about the DeMarcus Cousins signing. I like the Gerald Green hookup. I like our draft moves. I like the new coach. Basically, today's video, as you see from the title, it's just, don't panic yet. I've been making a lot of videos on why I think James Harden will be traded. Bottom line is, a trade for James Harden, even if they wanted to get rid of James Harden like tonight, there's not a lot they could do. There's, you're depending on not a lot of teams, and you're depending on not a lot of players to make this work. So the chances are relatively slim to none that James Harden gets traded anytime soon, within the next week or two. I would put it very low. Obviously that Russell Westbrook trade, don't be surprised if it were to happen, but I think now is a very good time to kind of appreciate what we have as Houston Rockets fans. I don't know about you guys, but that Russell Westbrook trade just kind of fucked me up, because it was like, I'm a huge fan. I've been a huge fan of Russell Westbrook for so long, ever since he came to the league, and then he came to Houston Rockets. We traded for him. We gave up a lot for him, and I just wanted him to succeed in any way, shape, or form. He's a great person. He's a great player. We all can agree on that. And I think it just kind of was a big wake-up call for Houston Rockets fans to kind of just, whether or not James Harden even were to finish the season as a Rocket or were to retire as a Rocket, I think it's just kind of a good time to look back and reflect and just be so grateful for everything that James Harden has done for the Houston Rockets. Everything he's done for the fans, for the players, for the organization. He's just affected us in so many ways. I think it's just time to not panic and just kind of let things pan out. And yeah, love to hear your guys' thoughts.